this is AlphaAli. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing a VOD review. This is actually for Olaf, and this is a gold-free VOD. It is on Xbox, and they basically just put they're going to struggle with positioning and when to Valk. Okay, so awesome. So I guess we'll kind of like look to see kind of obviously how we position ourselves generally, but also with Valks. A really good tip that I can give to people before we even start about Valks is you want to try and use it to either, as your team engage, to be able to help them, or if the enemy team engage into you and you think it's not going to be too much damage, then obviously we can use our Valk as well to stabilize. But I think we'll talk about it more when we get more kind of in-depth into the VOD, and we can look to see, you know, like some actual examples. But if you guys want your own VOD review, would you like your own free Mercy VOD review? I do them live on my Twitch on Sundays at 2 PM in the UK, but don't worry if you can't make that time, as I also do them offline and upload them straight to YouTube as well. They only cost 7,500 Koala Moolah, or channel points as they're probably better known, which you can get completely for free by watching like my streams basically. I also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays at around 5:30 PM UK, so be sure to hop on over there, get saving, and you can have your very own VOD either shown live on stream or be done offline and just be posted to YouTube afterwards. For more info, do not be afraid to hop into the stream or come and join the Koala Creek Discord and ask one of my lovely mods over there. The link for that will be in the description. Now, back to the VOD. And yeah, so I guess we'll kind of like just get straight into it. We are using the Atlantic All-Stars. I did obviously see before we started the VOD. With the little staff though, which is really, really great. We have Ashe, obviously our main living target, so we're going to be using her to damage boost. Reaper's really, really good if we're nearby to Reaper and he's like DPSing someone, obviously we can put the beam onto him. Ryan obviously damage boost fire strikes, but apart from that, just keep him up. And obviously we have Moira as well. The other issue with playing Mercy Moira is obviously when people are out of range of the Moira heals, we're going to have to go in and like try and help them basically a little bit more. But apart from that, all good. We'll get kind of started straight away with this. See how we end up doing. And we'll just kind of just roll with it. I do love this little combo though, like the little like pinks and the blues and everything. It's quite cute. And I love Atlantic as well. I feel like it suits this map like so well. We'll keep going. Nice way to start off with. Very, very nice. Little top up on the Moira is okay. Love how you go and help Ryan, but you don't top him up to full. Because I see so many people like going to top him up to full when you don't need to, because Moira's there to go and help. Very, very nice. Love that. Love how you obviously go and try and help Moira, but then, you know, she ends up kind of backing off away and you want to try and focus on the damage. Because I see so many people trying to chase them round. Sorry, love all this as well. I want to comment on this as well. But yeah, love how you just allow the Moira just to fade and then self-regen herself. Very, very nice. And then I love all this part in a second. Love how you decide to come and like help, like push up. Very, very nice damage boost onto the Reaper. My only thing is just keep damage boosting the Reaper until Reaper uses his Wraith here. Just keep damage boosting him, and then even if you're on the Rhine, keep damage boosting him. Okay, he's still got so much HP here. He's still got armor, right? So that means whenever I'm like, you know, I've got my beam on a Rhine, whenever he has armor, I just think that's damage boost. That's damage boost, you know, priority, okay? So just make sure that we're damage boosting here a little bit more than what we have been doing, just so we can, you know, get these pickoffs a lot more, get a bit more damage out of them, make them really panic. But we keep going. Nice. So you end up kind of backing off to our Ashe for a second, which is completely fine. Nice. Love how you suddenly realize that your Ryan needs help, so you go and help with that. Oh, unfortunately, Reaper goes in a little bit aggressively. I love how you want to try and go up here, right? My only issue with going up here is the fact that you don't know it's safe yet, okay? We do not want to position on this high ground until we definitely know that there's nobody up here, okay? So if we don't know there's anyone up here, just play underneath it. Play underneath it for a second, keep helping these guys, and we can go in for a res afterwards. But we don't want to be kind of hopping up here unless if we know that it's safe up here. Because let's say the cast is up here with a stun and a flashbang already for us. Bam, that's us gone, dead, okay? So just make sure if we can, just make sure that this is safe before we go up there, basically. Alright, we keep it going though. I hope we go and res in a second. Nice. Very, very nice. It's fine for you being on point right now, because obviously, you know, we just want to try and cap it. So don't worry too much about trying to go and help your Ashe or anything right now, because your Ashe should basically stay up on this high ground. These guys should be fine for a second. Just allow yourself just to cap that point, get them new respawns, and keep going. Nice. Make sure we're beaming our Ashe throughout that, by the way, instead of our Reaper. Just a little bit of beam priority there, but other than that, really, really great. Okay. Really good tip with payloads. Payloads, whenever they've been capped or whether they reach like a certain point, they will take a couple seconds before they start moving. With the Blizzard World one, you have to wait for it to, obviously, the door to come down, which I know, I love, your little, like, hello, like, to it as it's come out. You have to wait for it to go down, and then and it has to get to about here before it will start moving at all, okay? Because this will all unlock by itself. What can we do during that time? Push forward. We want to push forward here because we've got a pick on the Junkrat. If we keep pushing forward here, obviously Mercy's used her res. We can maybe get another pick off on the Junkrat because the D.Va's gone up to go and dive the Reaper. But we just want to keep applying pressure main, because if we can win out this team fight and then go back to the point, it means then that we can push it a lot further, okay? Remember, there's no need for us to be back on point here. As Mercy as well, I have a really, like, big thing where I don't like Mercy's being on point because it doesn't get the most out of, you know, your abilities as possible. It doesn't get the most out of the blue beam as possible, and it means that we might not get those extra picks that we might need before a team fight even starts, okay? So allow the point to come out by itself, go up and go push up with your Ashe, keep playing with this team fight, and then if you do need to go back to the point, then, you know, we've already, like, maybe got off another pick or applied a lot of pressure before we go back to it, okay? But we keep going. Obviously, love the little hello to the payload as it comes out. Nice. Like how you get your pistol as well, because obviously you don't have beams on anyone, just to see if you can get any damage on anyone. There's no harm in trying. Nice J forward. I can hear the Junkrat. Nice. Love how you lead the round to it. Just stay on point here, though. We want to save our GA for in case we see the Junkrat coming to dive onto us. Because if we use our GA now, Junkrat can very easily go pew-pew with, like, his concussion mines, like a few, it's like bullets, and you're dead, okay? Just try to save your GA for if you see the Junkrat, and then you can GA away from the Junkrat. But we keep going. So, very aggressive Reaper ult. So, don't worry too much about that. Don't worry too much as well about resing that. Keep damage boosting Ashe here, by the way. Ashe is going to do more damage than your little, like, Barbie Blaster bullets right now. So just make sure that we're damage boosting our Ashe throughout this entire thing instead. Nice. Very, very nice. Push forward here. We want to push forward again with our Moira here, because she's the one that's doing damage, okay? Whenever you have a team fight, right, you just want to kind of not be with the person that's doing the damage, because obviously if it's a Reaper in the backline doing the damage, obviously, you know, you don't want to be with him. But kind of in team fights like this, you want to be pushed up with your Moira here. So you want to kind of be just kind of, yeah, you just want to be in beam range of her basically, but still kind of be with the Ashe if you want to. So I'd be kind of like here-ish with my damage boost beam onto the Moira up until my Ashe gets into LOS, in which case I can start damage boosting the Ashe, because obviously that will do more than the Coalescence. But we just want to kind of just, you know, be aggressive with this Coalescence, especially because Brig has obviously had to come back from respawn. So there's going to be a kind of a lack of healing right now. If we manage to run over these guys, we get another free cap. Bam, we're like rolling with this point, okay? So just kind of push up a little bit more here than what we're doing. Don't play as passive and just kind of be damage boosting our Moira. Alright, we keep going though. We're gonna pop in Valk, which I think is okay. Yeah, I like this Valk. I like this Valk. And the reason why I like this Valk is because you want to try and help with the shatter. And obviously we see as well that our Moira is weak as well, and also our Rhine. So I respect this Valk. This Valk is a good Valk, okay? Also because we are missing this Reaper, so we are trying to take a 4v5, so your Valk will really, really help with that. I feel like this is really, really great. And I love as well how you've kind of like come up and away with the Valk. My only thing is, obviously, you won't know the casters here yet, but just obviously be really, really careful of these high grounds, and like, for example, this cast coming up to try and like DPS you and everything. So just make sure we're still using our cover with this Valk, especially when we start seeing this cast everything. We, you know, we G ourselves maybe like down into like this room or something and play the Valk like here or something. But for that, I like the Valk. I really like it. We keep going though. We're not backing ourselves away, which is fine anyways. So I think this is you panicking, like not wanting the cast to hit you. But all this is going to do is just wiggle about your head hitbox in a circle, okay? What would be better here is you instead use your GA to black ourselves off to like a finger, okay? I feel like when we're in our Valk right now, we're really rushing our GAs and we're like, okay. Instead, just keep your calm. Think, okay, Cass is there. How do we get ourselves out of LOS of Cass? We can either GA and do a sling over to here, or we can do a GA and a sling over to here, all right? Just don't panic too much. Just think, it's just another enemy. What can we do? Just GA yourself out really, really carefully like this, okay? So there's no need to kind of mess up a GA and then think, like this, okay? But so good, we keep going. We did get out of LOS of him now, which is great. Nice heals here onto your Reaper. Very, very nice. Nice. Going full up with the Bob as well. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. We got to the point to go and contest it in quicker. Very, very nice. Just the only thing with the Valk is obviously don't panic too much with your GAs and everything. Make sure that we're going to like certain positions with the Valk instead of like just standing here and be like, okay. Make sure that we're still being, strict with where we need to go basically. But it's all good. And nice. Keep going. All right, go with your Ash here now. Because obviously Reaper's not going to do anything like a far distance. Nice beam management there. If you can, just flick the damage boost onto the Ash when she goes for the dynamite. Just to, once again, trying to get as much damage in as possible. I just try if you can just to keep in beam range of all these guys, because I feel like we're playing a little bit too passively here, okay? It's all well and good that you want to play safe and you want to, try and keep yourself alive, which is what you should be doing. But just make sure that we're not doing this and actually keep it out of beam range, okay? What's a really good safe distance is just playing a max beam range of these guys and just kind of just standing and holding here. Because we know Junkrat's to the right of us, right? So he's going to be in that little room. So we can just sit here. Because this Junkrat's really going to have to push out and come round here to be able to come get to us. So we can kind of like just vibe and sit here. Alright, but keep going though. Nice heals onto Rhyme. Nice. Is this... I was just about to say, I can hear someone behind you. I'm glad you realised that now. Looks like it's a... Okay. If we hear the cast behind us, what do? We need to G ourselves out and away from him. G yourself into this room over here, right? Because then that means we're out of LOS of the Rhine. Also, if you can, if you're in VC, obviously tell your team, hey, there's like a cast behind. Or if not, then we just need to kind of like just ping him and just be like, hey, like cast, because he's going to go for a flank high noon. So just if we can, as soon as we start hearing this cast, which I thought I was going crazy because I could hear these like really like loud footsteps. So it's like, yeah, it is the cast behind. As soon as you know he's there, don't G yourself up and like panic and think, oh my gosh, cast, okay? Same thing, okay? Think, how can we get out of LOS of this cast and how can we keep ourselves safe? GA and either do like a buddy hop into this room or do a G sling into this room. Alright? Same, I thought I was going crazy. I'm the same. Like, I was like, there's something behind. But yes, it's instead of you doing like the what's it called? The weird super jump into there, make it a bit more direct by making it a sling. If we're safe, stay in that space, okay? We were okay as we were right now. So don't be kind of like slinging yourself out into this open bit like, oh my gosh, right? We were okay as we were over here. Our beams will still reach the Rhine over here, and it also will still reach the Reaper. And then we can save our GA for, let's say, the Orisa wants to walk forward onto us and like javelin us. Then we can use our GA to get out, basically. That's so cute. Anyways, we'll keep going. The Avres cast, so just once again, making sure that we're out of LOS of him and we're not just like randomly super jumping up into the open. And yeah, this is just going to be a reset at this point. Love how you're still trying to look to try and get the Rhine out. Just make these slingshots a little bit more direct to get out instead of like just once again like up and like randomly in the air. Make sure these GAs are like with a purpose, like to get back into cover. That was so close for you hopping into that. But it's all good. We'll go back to spawn, which is all good. I can hear Junkrat on your left. You are not going to win a 1v1 with a Junkrat. Okay, it is best that you just kind of realize this is the situation. Think the Junkrat's going to be next to me, and he's probably going to have Tyre because he's not used Tyre in a while. Okay, so just kind of in your head, think to yourself, the Junkrat's on the left. That means it's probably going to Tyre from the left. So how can we do something about this? Well, we can sling ourselves as far right as we can. So use your team to be able to sling yourself all the way out here. Because then if it goes fire in the hole, or whatever his like ult is, right? It will come from behind and, you know, it has to go through the rest of your team before it comes to you, okay? So just kind of think to yourself, I know where the Junkrat is, and just go ahead with your day-to-day life, okay? Just, it's like a... This is probably got a really weird analogy. But it's like a hater, right? Someone that's like hating on you, okay? And it's, you know, what's best to do? Square up to them and then, you know, start like a massive like random argument and then it just like gets really heated, which, you know, I'm not for, okay? Or you could just be the better person, just think, I can't be bothered with you, and just, you know, obviously acknowledge and then go away. That's what I would do anyways. I know some people would also square up to him, but it's probably a bad analogy. Anyways, we'll keep going. Reaper's gone for another very early and very aggressive ult. Oh, okay. We do not need to ult this yet. I say yet because we're probably going to use it a little bit later on. But we've ended up kind of just obviously coming forward to go and help our Reaper, which is fine. But remember, Reaper's in Wraith to get out, okay? So when Reaper is Wraithing to get out, what? I just noticed your charm! Sorry, this is the best charm in the game, by the way, just for people. Just for reference. Sorry. This is me getting really, really distracted. But this is the best charm in the game. Anyways, we'll keep going. But yeah, so we only need to just get our beam onto the Reaper right now. And then we can kind of like even just hop like kind of like down here or something. Then what we want to do is want to wait for our team to get a little bit closer to these guys. And the reasoning for that is because who's going to really do damage to these guys right now, okay? Your Reaper is just kind of shooting out of nowhere. Your Ashe does not have a good angle yet because of the payload. And your Ryan is too far back, okay? Everyone is way too far back right now to be able to do anything with your Valk. Instead, you want to wait for your team to engage and get a little bit closer to these guys before we pop this Valk, okay? So when we're helping our Reaper, just do a little GA over to the side, basically, help them out here, and then when we feel like they're going to start, obviously, contesting a little bit more, then we could pop the Valk, alright? Keep going. Gonna see what we end up doing with it, though. Like, I feel like we could have very much done the whole of this team fight without our Valk. We're really full HP here, by the way, so we don't need to be backing off this much with our Valk, by the way, because we'll try and get the most out of it. So just do yourself to your Ashe like this, and then just start damage boosting kind of like from this angle here. Right, there's no need for us to back off as much as we can. But I feel like we could have definitely done that entire team fight without our Valk, because we're not pushed in enough yet. Our team just decides to go rush down the Junkrat, and then, you know, it's pretty much an easy win for us at this point, because they just have to, you know, like, back themselves up, basically. So we just didn't need Valk here. So good though, we keep going. Nice going, obviously, it's going damage boost. Very, very nice. Love how you're following up with the Shire. Use this GA here to GA ourselves somewhere. Because we just end up kind of just doing this GA to here. This is so out in the open, isn't it? Right, we've got no cover, okay? So, when we want to try and back off to our Ashe, which is obviously what we should be doing, back off to like a pillar or something, or back off like to this pillar. I know this is quite far back, this one. Or we can back ourselves off to like this staircase here, because then it means that we can be in beam range of the Ashe, because the Ashe is going to walk forward in a second to be a little bit more aggressive. And we can also still play aggressive with our Ryan and our Moira right here as well. And also if the Reaper decides to wraith back through, then we can catch him. It's all about playing kind of a bit like team centralized a bit as Mercy, where you can still get your beams onto every single person if you can. So I would be playing here as Mercy here, instead of like just being out in the open like this. Play here. But so good, we keep going. Nice. Nice positioning here. Nice sling onto point, because obviously nobody else is on it, just to get a quick click cap. Very, very nice. Do like that sling forward. Other than that, though, sweet. Very, very good so far. I will say, Olaf, I really, really like it. My only thing is I feel like our positioning is either not correct or are playing too passively, okay? Try to think to yourself, where's the best place I can play to be able to get my beam onto every single person, yet not, you know, obviously getting picked off, okay? There's a few times where we could have maybe positioned ourselves a little bit more aggressively, got as much damage value as we could out. But other than that, really, really great, okay? And we talked about Valks as well, about that Valk being too early. But apart from that, really, really great so far. Let's keep going. Okay. We know that they have Junkrat, so do not play on this high ground, okay? Yes, you want to enable your Ashe, but instead do it by doing GA cancels like this here. The reasoning is because, let's say, because what's going to happen is this Junkrat's going to come out main, and then he's probably going to use a concussion mine, but he can see your beam, okay? This is going to be the Junkrat's POV. The Junkrat can see that there is a Mercy stood by herself all the way over here. One concussion mine on you, blah, 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 you're gone instantaneously, okay? Same as if you were to play in this room, the Junkrat would just see you and just dive in and just get you, okay? So you want to try and make the Junkrat's life as hard as you can for him to get you, okay? So play over here instead. You do your little GA cancels like this with your Ashe, and we kind of like just vibe here. It will take a little bit of getting used to obviously doing like the little GA cancels and a few like slingshots and stuff, obviously to get yourself like up in the air a little bit. But we just want to try and just play with this Ashe as much as possible and just kind of do these GA cancels like this, because it makes it harder for the Junkrat to get us. And also as well, if your Ashe starts to back off, we're already like pre-backed off basically. It makes it a little bit easier for us to get back basically. But so go ahead and keep going. Oh, you're doing it now. Sorry. I need to watch out these VODs a little bit before I comment on stuff, I feel like. Nice. Junkrat literally did exactly what I said as well. I summoned you though? Wait, what do you mean? Oh, if you mean that I didn't watch it in time and you start doing it, then that's fine. I need to watch like it play out first and then comment on it, because I feel like I'm commenting stuff so early. I'm like, oh, because you need to like do this, and then you just go and do it straight away afterwards. It's like, oh well, there's no point in me talking about that. I used to start doing that a little bit more, but it's all good. Nice. So yeah, it's all good for you to play in the room now, because obviously they've lost the Junkrat. Very, very nice. Don't worry too much about you coming in to go and help the Reaper here, because the pylon's here. Allow the pylon to heal up the Reaper, and you can just like play up on the on this high ground like this, okay? Because we don't want to try and risk ourselves coming forward, and let's say that Sojourn has a charged shot on us. We don't want to risk that Sojourn hitting that charged shot on us. You know, because what's it called? The D.Va? Wait, what's the D.Va doing? Wait, is the D.Va doing the little emo? Oh wait, I don't. What was the D.Va doing? Oh, such a cute little D.Va. You didn't see it yet? Oh, okay, hold on. Let me keep going then. But yeah, we don't need to go out and go peek this Reaper, by the way, because the Alari's there to help heal him, and also the pylon's there. And we don't want to risk being peek him. Alright, so the D.Va's come for us, okay? Nice escape. Very, very nice escape. You allow her to dive you, and then you don't panic, you just go in. Very, very nice. Can't even with your Ashe there, though, because obviously your Ashe has just been too, what's called, too risky. Very, very well played here. Very, very nice. The only thing is just, as you're going down here, make sure that you have your beam on someone other than your Rein, because your Rein is not going to be it's going to be doing damage here. Instead, damage, what's it called? The Alari or, like, the Reaper or something here instead. But that's really, really great. We're now just kind of like just drifting out like this, okay? We still want to really hold our positioning even though we're backing out, okay? Best places you can be on this point is either underneath this section here, or you play up here. Right? I would personally be up here rather than being underneath there, because obviously they have the Junkrat, and Junkrat can very easily just drop mines into you, basically, right? So just kind of make sure that we're kind of backing off, you know, as soon as we know they're going to start contesting us, back ourselves up onto this kind of high ground here. Start damage between your Alari. Alari is going to be best for, like, long ranges, and if the Soldier has a charge shot, we just hide away, okay? So make sure that we rotate ourselves up onto this piece of high ground here, rather than kind of like just drifting ourselves onto point, okay? Be proactive, think, okay, the team's going to start coming into us, and you start being in a good position. Sling yourself up onto here. All right, we keep going though. Nice, we ended up slinging ourselves out, which is really, really great. Let's quickly rewatch this. Because I feel like we don't register onto the Junkrat in time. Yeah, so we're helping our AlphaAli. Okay, as soon as we hear this Junkrat on the left, I'd be looking to get out straight away. Okay? So I'd be looking to use someone to be able to GA myself out. Your Ash is unfortunately not back from spawn yet. It's not been long enough time. But if we could kind of like just back ourselves out for a second, allow the Junkrat to forget about us, start, you know, DPSing the rest of the team, and then we can go back into them. We don't want to sling ourselves up here because we can hear the D.Va up here, and we don't want to obviously have another instantaneous of us being close to a D.Va. So if you can, try instead just to kind of like think, okay, there's Junkrat, I need to use my AlphaAli to get myself slinged out. Give myself a second or two to maybe regen from the damage that I've taken and then go back in. Everyone is really, really healthy right now, and there's the piling up as well. So it's not, you know, it's not horrendous if we're out of the way for a little bit of a second, okay? So just play your life for a sec, play out of here, and then go back in. But so good, keep going. Nice sling into the cover. Oh. Wait a bit of trap. Which isn't ideal, but it's all good. Nice res. Very, very nice res. I like that res. Okay, I liked all this, I will say. I'm going to quickly rewind it just so I can talk about it a little bit more. But I loved your res on the right. Obviously, I ignore the trap. I loved all this though, okay? Your res onto the right in a second was perfect. Love this positioning here, okay? First of all, loving you know, use that roof. This res is beautiful. Love this res, okay? Then obviously we're going to go and help the Reaper, which is all good. My other thing is when you go to help this Reaper, right, make sure it's a direct, instead of you just going up into the air again, because, you know, we end up, you know, the Sojourn could very easily spray us down if we just randomly slingshot ourselves up into the air. Instead, if we're going to go and help this Reaper, make sure it's onto this piece of high ground here, because you'll see in a second why, right? So we sling ourselves up onto this high ground here. I'm going to be you. I'm going to be you and I'm going to play up here. So I've still got my beam onto the Reaper here. Still helping my Reaper here. Still helping my Reaper here. Still helping my Reaper here. I can also peek forward and help my Ryan as well if I need to, by the way. Oh, bomb! And I can just vibe up here, okay? So we're not having this risk, because you end up kind of slinging yourself down here. And when there's a bomb, we don't really want to like kind of sling ourselves into the enemy team if we can help it, okay? So just kind of just play up on this high ground here. Play safe. Obviously, you know, helping your team out here, there, everywhere, you know, because this high ground is insane. I love this piece of high ground. And then bomb happens, okay, we can just sit and hide, okay? So just kind of make sure that we're playing up here. We can kind of utilize between these two. Bomb happens, bam, and then we can go and peel for our AlphaAli in a second, who's probably going to need the help. But we keep going. I'm going to see what ends up happening with you, though. Because you end up doing a sling out of the way like this. We end up kind of taking a 1v1 with the Sojourn. And then we just end up kind of backing out. But it would have been a lot better if we managed to, what's it called? If we managed to kind of use that high ground instead. Because it would have saved us having to DPS with the Sojourn. But so good, keep going. Unfortunately, you guys, I don't think I'm going to contest this because we don't have Bob to contest it or anything. And you guys aren't going to be able to get in there in time. So good, we just reset, go again. Nice, glad that you backed off a lot now. Nice ping on the Junkrat. Nice reposition. I love that you're using this high ground here. Very, very nice. Your position has got a lot better as we've gone along, which I really, really like. Nice. Make sure that's a little bit more of a direct sling though, just in case the Sojourn's there with a charge shot. Nice. Don't heal up your Reaper here. Your Reaper's going to get healed up by the pylon. Allow him to do so and just keep pushing up with damage boost on these guys looking for a pick. A really key thing I'm going to say to you, though, is if you're safe, stay in that space, okay? We've done a sling, like, over to here, over to here, over to here, over to here, okay? And everyone's been in beam range for the entire thing. Just stay here. Stay here, jiggle peek here. And then if we desperately need to, because obviously someone, like, for example, now we're pushing up, then obviously we can J forward. But while everyone's still playing kind of like where your Ashe is, don't be just, you know, Jing here, Jing here, Jing here, Jing here. Because what's going to happen is that D.Va might end up, you know, catching you out because it's realized, oh yeah, the Mercy's used a GA and then, you know, she can dive you, okay? If you're safe, stay in that space. It's better if you just kind of like stay and just kind of vibe here until the D.Va starts diving you, in which case then you can, you know, use your GA to get away, okay? We'll keep going. Like this, like how you're doing right now. I know it looks boring. It's not as fun as you know, like Jane about as you have been doing. But still. Okay. I like you using your Reaper to get yourself as a GA here, but don't be backing yourself out so much by doing it, okay? All you can do is you can literally just sit and just kind of do a GA, like, you know, do a GA cancel to your Reaper. Do a GA cancel to your Reaper, because then it means that you're still within beam range of your team here. You know, we can still go and help the AlphaAli in a second. We're still also, you know, pretty close to our Ashe as well in case she needs help, okay? It's all good that we're doing this rotation to be able to, you know, get ourselves into a good position. But we can still reach beams onto a lot of these guys as we're doing it. Alright, we keep going though. Next, follow up on the AlphaAli though, I will say. Oh. Same thing with the straight GAs. Stop doing these, okay? I know they wanted to go and what's called DPS the Lifeweaver. However, as soon as that Lifeweaver's gone, we know we can't battle a D.Va. Just use that GA then just to get yourself straight out, okay? Don't be doing like a little vertical super jump, because if that D.Va was a little bit smarter, they would have just gone straight for you and you would have been dead, okay? So don't be doing these like little vertical super jumps in front of her. Instead, look to kind of back yourself away. Alright? We know Junkrat's on that left-hand side, so nicely looking out for him. Same thing again, don't be drifting ourselves out because we end up taking a charge shot from the Sojourn though. So just keep yourself kind of hugged to this pillar and kind of think to yourself, okay, that's I know that he's there. And then if you can hear him getting closer to you, then obviously you can use your team to get yourself like back out a little bit further. But just obviously keep hugging these like little pieces of cover, especially against the Sojourn. Nice. Stay here. You want to stay here because you're going to be closer to help your team get out here. Because your Ryan is safe. Your Ryan is like completely fine right now. These are the guys that need your help right now, okay? So stay with this pillar. Stay pushed up here and help those guys rather than kind of coming back out to your Ryan who's full HP and doesn't need your help. Really aggressive Valk from your Ryan. This pull, such an annoying pull. That's what I have to say about that poll. We'll keep going. Why are we Valking here? We do not need to Valk this yet. I say yet because we might need to in a bit, okay? The reason why we don't need to Valk this yet is because D.Va is out of her mech and we've already lost our their Mercy, okay? That means that they are currently now pretty much a 3v5 because this baby D.Va's not going to do anything, right? They're a 3v5 because we've got 5, okay? We're really healthy as we are. There is also a health pack just here, which someone can grab if they need to. Our Ryan is completely fine because our Ryan is with the AlphaAli trying to swing onto a baby D.Va, so that's an easy kind of pick off. And all we need to do here is just sit here and play with Ashe, okay? We're not engaging into a team fight because the team fight is already won at this point because we've already got 2. We've got the Mercy and we've got the D.Va. Pretty much, okay? So there's no need for us to Valk here. Instead, just play kind of, what's it called? Play a little bit, not passively, but obviously, you know, like play, just kind of like help your Ashe get up. If you say your Ryan dies here, you get a really good res spot here. Using the tree, by the way, in a second, if your Ryan does die here. But yeah, you just need to kind of like just play just to keep your Ashe up here, basically. I'm gonna see what ends up happening though. Because you don't need to Valk this. Nice pick on the Junkrat, though. Oh, he dies to the tire. Fair enough. But yeah, we did not need our Valk throughout the entire thing. Because if we want to DPS the Junk while he's doing his tire, we can do that without our Valk. We can go and res the Rhine there without our Valk, okay? Our Valk does not apply anything to this team fight. It would be better if we kept it for the next team fight. Maybe to use ourselves, you know, to give ourselves some better positioning with the Sojourn ult or to counter their Valk. Well, not counter their Valk, but like, you know, if they're trying to engage with their Valk and you counter it with your Valk, it kind of like evens out the team fight again. So we just want to try and like not use it though, basically. All right, we keep going though. Nice. Just keep your beam on your Ash here, by the way. Nice. Fine for bomb. Obviously, Ash ends up falling. See, what we could have done here is we could have Valks, like, as soon as possible and gone for an aggressive res on the Ash using the payload. That's how we could have used Valk here, and we could have evened out the fight, okay? Because we obviously want it still to be a 5v5, and obviously the D.Va's still going to have to remech herself back because, you know, she's just used bomb. So what we could have done is we could have done an instantaneous Valk here and gone for an aggressive res. That's how we could have utilized our Valk really, really well there. Alright, we keep going. Because I feel like you're going to struggle to get that res off, especially because your Ryan's backed off now. So that's fine. Now, so obviously we know Ryan's in the back line. Nice try to help your Reaper. Very, very nice. Nice. Way to get the Mercy, which is really, really great. Oh, this is fine. I like all this. Nice. I like that. Very, very well positioned. Your movement's really, really great, Sweet. I love your movement. It's been absolutely beautiful throughout the entire team fight. Love as well how you go straight up to go and enable your Ash as soon as she's got a really good LOS. Love all that. I've got no issues with that team fight whatsoever. My other thing is just obviously we could have started it by having a Valk instead. To res your Ash, but apart from that, really, really great. Nice. Don't worry too much about people like being main. You want to try and work with your Ash and your team right now to get rid of this Junkrat really quickly. So just make sure we're going in and you know, trying to help stagger this this Junkrat a little bit more. Nice. Just make sure that we're damage boosting someone there though, because I feel like that could have worked a lot better rather than just like trying to pistol. Nice. Love how you wait for the Reaper to fully cover you for that res before you go for it. That's just unfortunate that the D ends up obviously getting as you're doing that res. Nice damage on the swings though. Make sure that's a little bit more direct, by the way, into this room, because we obviously hear now that they've got a sniper, which is the Widowmaker. Just make sure that we're making this more direct, because we've used our res, remember? That's so risky. We don't need to be as risky there. As soon as we hear this bomb, right, you can stay with your AlphaAli for a second to be able to damage boost. And then just hop into here. If we keep our beam as well onto the AlphaAli, we can then use a sling, you know, like a wall bounce, like sling, to be able to get ourselves forward as the bomb's going up, and then we can start damage boosting like here and just help enable the team fight this way. We instead end up just doing like this weird, like very risky movement, which we don't need to do. Instead, just keep your beam on the AlphaAli as she's doing her ult, and then just use her as a what's called a wall bounce to be able to get yourself forward and help these guys, okay? Just so then we're not going to be an LOS of the bomb, like, definitely. Alright, we keep going, though. Also, I don't mind you being in this room as well, because we know that the Junkrat's up top, because you can hear him. But keep going. But nice! Junkrat's still above, though, so we just have to be careful of that. What I'd be doing here is I'd be looking for whoever's like going to start contesting him and just go with him. I thought the Reaper would maybe like TP'd up onto him, but he doesn't, so it's all good. But nice. This point, just look obviously to start back up for the next team fight. I'd look to just link up with your Ash as soon as possible here, basically. We just want to try and make sure that we're with our Ash, just to give her, like, some kind of chance against the Widowmaker. The only issue is, obviously, you know, she's playing against Widowmakers, so it's going to be, like, quite hard. And now we're, like, very kind of, like, bunched up with our team, okay? So I'm going to be you. I'm going to be you throughout this entire thing. Alright, give me a second. Let me quickly rewind it for a sec. So the bombs just happened. Team fights, one right. Okay, so at this point, okay, maybe go and push up with our Reaper or something as he comes forward. So let's quickly start this. Okay, Reaper doesn't know where it is. Okay, that's fine. Where's my Ash? Mash should be coming up to this high ground in a second. So let's use my Reaper to get up. Okay, I've met up with my Ash. I'm going to be with my Ash. Let's go with my Ash. I'm going to be with my Ash. Going to be with my Ash. I'm with her. I'm playing like kind of like jiggle peeking like this. She has a falling, but that's fine. Free res off here. Bam. Okay. And as you can see, we're still on a really good off angle with my Ash over here. And my team are okay. Because you end up kind of like just getting a little bit stuck here. Because now you kind of like pushed up with your team. Because it looks like you want to try and push up with the Reaper. But then you don't actually end up getting your beam on him, okay? So just, honestly, I would just look to play with my Ash here. Look, because she has Bob as well. And we need Bob for last team fight, okay? So this is an absolute desperate res for us to get off, okay? So, res. And then we're like, we can obviously help our team out here. But we can also be here. I'm going to see what you end up doing, though. In a second. So obviously you end up backing out, which is great. Okay, if we want to go and help our Reaper, go with the Reaper, okay? I would recommend going with the Reaper right now, right? Because your Ryan's full HP, your Laurie's there as well to help support him, obviously, until the headshot gets him. But allow your Olaf just to play and go push up with your Reaper, okay? Because if your Reaper wants to go and contest the Junkrat, then he can, okay? But he's kind of like your main blue beam right now. Don't be kind of like just forcing yourself just to kind of sling yourself back to point here when you're not needed. Because you're not right now. You could maybe obviously, you know, go into res a Laurie right now. But we don't need to. Hide. For that tire, instead of you going forward to try and help DPS the Reaper, you want to hide yourself for the tire and then just look to back off. We know that Ash is going to be coming back, so make sure that we're looking for her as an escape route and damage boost her so she can get rid of the tire for you. This is a fine Valk, so obviously you're getting into overtime. My only thing is just when we're using this Valk, okay, think to yourself, okay, where is the what's it called? Where's the Widow? Okay, we've registered that she's behind us because that's how she's getting our Rash. So I love how you then obviously, you know, change your playstyle to play up here. But then you can just vibe up here, okay? We can just vibe up here. Maybe use our GM just in case the Widow grapples to us or something. But we just, you know, we can literally just vibe up here and just play with our Valk up here, which I'm hoping is what you're gonna do. We can rest if we want to. I would have rested a little bit sooner here because we know our Reaper is like kind of like full HP at that point. So to go for the res a little bit sooner than what you end up doing. He is still really, really high HP, which you will know because you've just finished your Valk. So don't be going into DPS him, okay? Instead, be working on keeping your Reaper alive. Keep tank busting. If you just keep on damage boosting him, he'll get health steal as well. Plus, he's got a Laurie with him. He will stay up really, really well, okay? There's no need for you to get your pistol out here. Instead, just keep working with the damage boost and just rotate yourself up onto the high ground and just stay up here. Because we know the Widow's not here anymore. You know, Widow's like nowhere to be seen. So we can literally just vibe ourselves up here and just work with the Reaper playing up on these high grounds, okay? Because we're really, really safe up here. Nobody's contested these, so it's absolutely fine if we just vibe up here. Alright, keep going though. Unfortunately, our Reapers end up falling because we've done that. And then we end up obviously having to back out now. Luckily, our Ryan's managed to back off though, which is great. But just remember, if we're safe, stay in that space, okay? We've done this sling now quite a few times. Which don't get me wrong, like, it looks very cute and it looks good. But at the same time, we were so safe where we were, okay? So we could just vibe up here, we could stay up here. I ended up winning it, okay? So overall, Olaf, okay? I'm gonna start with the positives where I really like your reses. Your reses have been really, really great. Just been absolutely amazing. Your positioning as well has been quite decent as well. My only issue with your positioning is just mainly just kind of obviously hugging those pieces of cover a little bit more and making sure as well that if we're safe, stay in that space, okay? If there's no reason for us to rotate and we're really safe and we're in beam range of people, then just stay where we are because there's no need for us to kind of like move at all, okay? Your movement is really, really great though, sweet. It's obviously very, very clear that you know how to use her kit and everything, which is really, really great. With Valks, obviously, I feel like that's kind of like your main issue at the moment is knowing when to Valk and knowing how to position yourself in Valk. Because I feel like as soon as you pop Valk, you're like, wee, wee, you know, like wanting to J yourself everywhere. It's actually better for you if you just kind of like, once again, sticks that nice piece of cover, staying safe and pushing beams onto people. We talked obviously a lot during the VODs about how you need to use your Valks. So I'll kind of like just, once again, go and reference them because obviously every single Valk is different. But I feel like some of them were good. Some of them, obviously, you know, we need to work on. And then your aim as well. If you want to start, what's it called? If you want to start pistoling people or life, you need to try and work on your aim a little bit more. It was good onto the jump wrap, but apart from that, it was a little bit iffy. If you need to, you can obviously alter your blaster sense compared to your staff sense, so you can turn that down a little bit if you feel like you need that little bit of extra help with it. But yeah, just once again, yeah, your aim is atrocious. It's alright, sweet, as it's something that does develop over time, especially if Overwatch is like one of the first games you played. And obviously if you play Mercy a lot as well, you don't ever get a chance to kind of like train it at all. But yeah, just, you know, main things are obviously, you know, work on keeping that cover and making sure that we, you know, if we're safe, stay in that space, and work on our Valks. But yeah, thank you so much everyone on YouTube as well as on Twitch who've been watching this. You guys can get your own VOD reviews. I talk about it at the beginning of the video, so you guys can just reference that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Bye!